Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Gaz at 9919 here, and today we're going to be looking around where rust tends to be on the Mark 5 Fiesta. So one of the first places that you want to check is right under the passenger side carpet and the driver's side carpet. The passenger side carpet is held on by a little screw up here. You can probably see it just about there, and you take that out and then you just pull it up from the side here, and then primarily rust tends to build up sort of these sort of areas, and you can even feel it, to be fair. Like here I've got a tiny slight dip in the floor where I can sort of feel where the rust is, and I think it's about 6 inches long. Or you can just have a cheeky look under here and just feel for any dampness, which you can't really see much through the camera, but that's like, there's no rust down there, but if you, as wrong as this seems, if you just stick your fingers and just feel around, you can feel the dampness. So that is something that is going to be addressed at a further date, and it's pretty much the same on the driver's side. Another place is underneath the side skirts, if you have any. These holes are mainly for the locating pins for the side skirt, but you want to have them off at some point if you do have side skirts, and just look underneath. As you can see here, there is a slight bit of body work here, but luckily it's only surface rust. Wheel arches are another place. This has taken somewhat badly. The paint's really bubbled, and this is a bad section. As you can see down here, someone's tried to repair it, but they've sort of just stuck a plate over it and welded it. It doesn't look too great. They should have put step in or something that would look a lot better, but we're going to get these things sorted soon anyway. Another place is at the bottom of the doors. On this one it's not particularly bad, but in a car's life, if it ever parks next to a high curb and it gets scraped along the curb without the owner noticing, could cause rust and corrosion on the bottom of the door. And plus, this is where most of the drainage comes out, so there is that to look out for. And also just on the inside of the door in general, I mean, as we can see here, we got a slight rust patch here, again just surface rust. And nothing too crazy really. A bit of bubbling going off here, a bit more work there to do. So another good place to check is the boot, as again drainage does occur here, and as we can see, we've got quite a bit of rust here. When it will focus, there we go. And on the other side, so we'll end up replacing this boot at some point. These springs and these shock absorbers. Look at these springs have still got the paint on, but if they are rusty, then you know they've been on for a while. Just have a little shake to feel any sort of play, which in this case there doesn't tend to be any. But yeah, with the shock absorbers, you sort of look up top there. We can see not too much corrosion. Now underneath the car, we want to have a look at, well, you can sort of have the wheel or look at through the alloy, but the track rod ends and the drop links, you want to look at the condition of those. And if they are rusty, do think about replacing them, because if they go, they will cause a world of trouble, especially if they go while you're moving. Any rusty pipes, like this here. And yeah, you want to check the main structure of the car for the rust. So in this case, we've had new wishbones on both sides, but these are just rusty on all of them. But I think that will need a bit of treatment, like a bit of grinding down and under sealing at some point, but that's a whole new video. Check the brake servo. I know it seems like a weird one, but these do tend to rust, so check the condition of that, because obviously you don't want that bursting and then you come to a stop and you have no brakes. Another place you want to check for rust is the strut mounts. Just take this little plastic cover off. It's usually easier with two hands, but as you know, holding the camera, so seem in quite good condition. And also the engine mounts, because these can tend to rust. This stage, it's not exactly too bad, so we can probably just polish that up with a wire brush or something. And obviously we have two strut mounts, so we're going to check both of them. And again, that seems in pretty good condition. It actually looks like it could have had new strut mounts at some point in its life, at some point recently. But yeah, I think that rounds it off. And also just behind the wheel arches, if you get a chance to take them off. I'm not going to do that today, but if you do get the chance to take them off, then just have a quick check behind there, see the state of that. If there is one thing I've learned with these cars, and you just need to remember, they can look perfect on the outside and they can be an absolute mess on the inside. So make sure if you are thinking of buying one of these, whether it be a standard 1.2 litre or the Zetec S or whatever, just anything in this model, make sure you check it over fully, because as nice as it can look on the outside, it can be absolutely rotted on the inside. And that is it for checking for rust on a Mk5 Fiesta, guys. There are probably a few bits that I have missed out. If you do know of any that I didn't mention, please don't be afraid to put them in the comments just to let everybody know. But from my experience so far, they're like the main bits that I found out about these. Let me know if you are enjoying these videos. Please like and subscribe, as it really helps me out. And don't forget to maybe even press that bell icon for notifications on future uploads. But until the next time, guys. Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Gaz919 here.